Hey everybody, it's me Richard with Nightmares, Tears, Anyone. Today it is Saturday. I want to say May 21st. Wait a second. Yeah, May 21st. Today I'm going to be finally doing a review on Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. Come back after the intro. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's me, Richard, and today, as you can see, I'm wearing my Halloween Night Massacre on. Yeah, it is Saturday, the 21st of May, like I said. It is in the hundreds today, so it's miserable outside. Yeah, so as promised, first off, I need a sip of coffee. From my beautiful, maleficent, turning into the dragon mug that a friend sent me years ago. I love it, love it, love it. Kathy, thank you so much. Yes. So, I'm finally going to be doing a review on 2019's Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. Let's try to not get that blare. I tried to watch the Blair Witch Project again the other night. I was just like, nah. So, the glare from the ring light. But it ain't gonna happen. So, you guys, this book has 705 pages. It's quite a chunker. It's very heavy. Came out in 2019. It is the author of The Perks of Being a Wallflower, which came out almost 20 years ago. That book made me cry. This book made me cry. I'm not ashamed to say it. Yes, I'm 62. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'4". I'm not ashamed to say I cried. First off, I want to welcome some new subscribers to the channel. In no particular order, let's welcome Crane's Creations, Chrissy Cam with a KK, Christine, Patrick Richardson, Alexis D, Horror Fan 67L, Ryan Nelson, Patrick Michelis, Aaron Andrews with an E, not Andrews, not Aaron Andrews, it's Aaron Andrews, and Stephen and Chrissy Patricks. So, welcome to the channel. I'm Richard. I'm the crazy one that does all this scary themed stuff, and then we talk about it. Yeah, as you guys can see, I've got tons and tons and tons of books back here. Let's get into today's review. So, those of you that do not know what Imaginary Friend is, nor have you read it, I'm going to start. I'm not going to read any of these reviews on the back, because some of them are kind of spoilers. I am going to read the inside cover. Christopher is 7 years old. Christopher is the new kid in town. Christopher has an imaginary friend. We can swallow our fear or let our fear swallow us. Single mother Kate Reese is on the run. Determined to improve life for herself and her son Christopher, she flees an abusive relationship in the middle of the night with her child. Together they find themselves drawn to the tight-knit community of Mill Grove, Pennsylvania. Sounds like something from Dracula. It is as far off the beaten track as they can get. Just one highway in, one highway out. At first it seems like the perfect place to finally settle down. Then Christopher vanishes. For 6 long days no one can find him, until Christopher re-emerges from the woods at the edge of town, unharmed but not unchanged. He returns with a voice in his head that only he can hear, with a mission only he can complete. Build a treehouse in the woods by Christmas, or his mother and everyone in the town will never be the same again. 20 years ago, Stephen Chbosky, the author of The Perks of Being a Wallflower, made readers everywhere feel infinite. Now Chbosky has returned with an epic work of literary horror, years in the making, whose grand scale and rich emotion redefine the genre. Read it with the lights on. Okay, this is the author right here. He's not a very old guy, and it's kind of funny. I was watching the Poughkeepsie tapes the other night. I was going to do a review on it, but the more I got into it and realized that it was not true, nothing about it was true, and the disturbing images of him doing terrible things to little kids, I couldn't do it anymore. But at the beginning of the Poughkeepsie tapes, I saw Stephen Chbosky's name in the opening credits, for part of production, directing, writing, of the movie. But yeah, let's get into this. First off, I'm going to read to you what I wrote on my Goodreads account, because I finished this like a week and a half ago, but here's my review on my Goodreads account. My Goodreads account is listed under Richard, middle initial K with a period, K for Kevin, Wilson, Wilson. I would love it for you guys to follow me there. If not, go in, read my reviews, drop a little line, let's communicate, let's talk horror. And those of you, while we're speaking of that, if you haven't done so already, I would love a subscription or just a thumbs up for today's video. But you cannot comment or leave comments to me without subscribing. So please, hey, if you're a horror lover, I don't care what kind of horror, movies, books, real life horror is really, really scary. Hit that subscription button right there and ring that bell. Let's get into the review. So you guys all know that I've read my reviews on Goodreads. I always start my reviews with bold print. After trying to read the physical hard copy of this horror novel, not twice, but 3 times, I came to the realization that this needs to be listened to. Yes, this is another one of those books. Sorry, I just wiped my nose. Like always, my allergies are kicking my ass. As you can see, I have a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The narrator and narration is incredible and adds so much to this horror tale. Loved it. So after reading Perks of Being a Wallflower by this same author almost 20 years ago and loving it so much, I finally made it through this long horror novel. What makes it so long is that the print is super, super tiny and there's so many lines per page. And I loved it once I got past getting it through my brain that this must be listened to. I was devastated to tears while being scared at the same time. Yes, Chbosky wrecked me with this tale of abuse, horror, weirdness, and the hissing woman. Yes, the hissing woman. She will fucking disturb your sleep. And she is one that I will never ever forget. And they'll also ruin me forever with ever wanting to use another white plastic grocery bag for any type of shopping. Yes. Now, can you believe that one? You won't believe what this shopping bag has to do with the story. 10-year-oldest, he's actually 7, but when I wrote this, I couldn't remember how old he was. I think he's like 9 at the end of the story. Christopher Reese is dyslexic and is teased horribly by other kids at his school. And this is a huge part of this book. So if this is a bad trigger for you, teasing, bullying, then stop right here. He and his mother are running from an abusive boyfriend by the name of Jerry. And Christopher thinks that he is going to find up, finally killing them both. This is how the story starts off and never lets up. When Christopher realizes that they're both really poor and living out of a dirty and cheap motel where his mother gets a job cleaning, he comes to the conclusion that no one at his school can find this out about him, for his life would become worse than it already is. When he is lured one day by the hissing woman to venture into the woods behind where they live, he does not come home. That is until 6 days later. And he is not the same when he comes home. Welcome to Imaginary Friend. And let me tell you, for the next 600, 700 plus pages or 25 hours, if you listen to it, But if you listen to it, you can listen to it at 1.6 or 1.7 because the narrator reads really slow. And at that speed, it only took me like 15 or 16 hours to listen to. You will be changed forever. And if you're not affected in some way by this book, well, I don't know what to say. This book wrecked me and creeped me out and scared the shit out of me all at the same time. I loved it. I gave it 5 horrific screams. You guys, this book absolutely tore me up. Now, being a kid of the 60s and 70s, bullying was not common when I went to school as a kid. However, the bullying that Christopher goes through is so, how do I put it, terribly, terribly mean for the fact that he's dyslexic and he's poor and he's very, very shy. So these special classes that Christopher is in, he meets some new friends, and when they move into the town, he's horrifically bullied, like I said. And one day he hears this weird, weird sound, like a kind of like a snake or something going through the grass, or like, you know, like when fall comes around and the wind starts at like 6, 7 o'clock at night, and you can hear that, like when the wind blows against the house or something. That's what he hears. Now, this is the weird part. I won't be giving any spoilers away in this review, so don't expect, I'm not going to give any spoilers, I promise. But the white plastic bag is how Christopher first sees his imaginary friend. Put what I just said about the wind and a white plastic bag. So you've seen a white plastic bag blow down the street. That's what I'm going to tell you about this book. This book has some of the most horrific scenes of just terrifying horror and emotional scenes that will rip you raw. But I did want to read you something out of this. This is from chapter 40. Christopher was screaming before he even opened his eyes. He looked up and saw the face of Ms. Lasko rushing at him. There was no time to lose. He got up and pushed her. "Get away from me," he screamed. "Christopher, calm down," Ms. Lasko said. "No, you're going to kill me," he shrieked as he grabbed her arm. His forehead became hot with fever, which he immediately pushed down his arm through his fingers. His fingers heated up like little ovens through the fabric of Ms. Lasko's cotton blouse. "Christopher, stop! You're hurting me," she shrieked. "Please don't let them eat me. Please don't let them eat me," he screamed. The laughter was what finally snapped him out of it. Christopher looked around the auditorium. The kids were all sitting at their desks, taking the state exam. Their mouths were no longer sewn shut. They were wide open and they were all laughing at him. "Please, don't let them eat me," Brady Collins mocked. "Don't let them eat me," as they're all teasing him. "Shut up, Brady," Special Ed said. Yes, one of the kids is named Special Ed, so the bullying in this book is pretty severe. "If they want to eat someone, Special Ed is the juiciest," Jenny Herzog said. "Now, Jenny Herzog, you're going to learn to hate this girl. This girl is awful. And let me tell you what, when we were kids, that one bully, you always prayed, I hope they get what's coming to them." I ain't saying any more about Jenny Herzog. The kids laughed harder. Christopher looked back at Ms. Lasko. Her fingernails were clean. There was no more dirt under them, no more puke green eyes, no more hissing lady. This was the real Ms. Lasko, and she was terrified of him? "Christopher, you had a nightmare. Please let go of my arm." Christopher let go. Ms. Lasko quickly pulled her blouse off her arm and looked at it just as little blisters began to form on her arm. She turned back to Christopher, who seemed even more terrified than she was. "I'm so sorry, Ms. Lasko," he said. "Don't worry," she said. "It's just a brush burn. Let's take you to the nurse." "I don't need to go to the nurse. I'm fine now." "For your neck," she said. Christopher didn't understand what she meant until he noticed the little smears of blood on her white blouse in the shape of his fingers. Christopher looked down at his fingernails, raw like hamburger. Then he reached up and felt his neck. The place where the hissing lady scratched him was the same place that it seemed he had ripped his own neck completely open with his fingernails. You guys, this book, I'm telling you what, I tried to read this so many times. It was so heavy. The first time I got to page 140, and I was like, okay, this isn't that good. It's not that good. The second time I tried to pick it up, I got to page 161. I just couldn't do it anymore. But I finally listened to it. So you guys, that is my review of Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. And you guys, I just want to tell you all, thanks so much to all of you that have sent the kindest notes and everything else about the loss of my niece. I'm back to normal, you guys. I'm not going to shut up about horror. Somebody has sent me something in the mail, and I got a message from the U.S. Postal Service today that they're going to be sending these packages in 2 sets. So when I get them, I will open them all on screen. He did not want me to say his name, so he knows who he is. I cannot wait to I have no idea what is coming in the mail, but he sent me a great email saying, Richard, I was shopping online for my niece and nephew, for their twins, for their birthdays, and I found the coolest things, and I've never seen these around you or with you, so hopefully you don't have them. Keep doing what you're doing. You make me smile, he said, and keep up the great job. And I just want to tell him thank you so much. I cannot wait to get these packages, though, to open them. So you guys take care. I will see you in the next scary video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share the channel with your friends, especially if they love horror. And if you guys are a crafter, love to do diamond painting or anything else, check out my other YouTube channel at Real Men Craft 2. That's TOO exclamation. If not, I'll leave a link right here. But you guys, hey, thanks for watching, taking the time out of your day. Have a great week. Have a great Sunday tomorrow. Have a good scary Saturday night. Speaking of scary, I've been watching a lot of scary movies, so I am coming up with a couple movie reviews. I'll see you guys. Bye. And remember, live life like a book. Just don't turn that last page. Yeah, don't do this. Once you do, it's over. Yeah, you guys, enjoy life. You only get one. Take care, you guys.